President Biden, he is one day away from what could be the biggest foreign policy test of his presidency so far, a face-to-face meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Switzerland. They last met 10 years ago when Mr. Biden was vice president. Since then, Russia has taken a series of aggressive actions, including interfering with U.S. elections. A CBS News poll shows most Americans, 58%, want the president to take a tough stand with Putin, as he's promised to do. 41% say the recent wave of cyber attacks on the United States is the most important issue to address. Nancy Cordes is in Brussels for us, where President Biden is meeting with European leaders today. Nancy, good morning to you.
Good morning. There's a point to President Biden meeting with all these allies before he sits down with President Putin. Mr. Biden wants to demonstrate that he is going into this summit with the West entirely united behind him. In fact, he told me that some of the leaders he met with wished that he had met with Putin even sooner.
He's bright. He's tough.
President Biden told us he's prepping for his meeting with Vladimir Putin by seeking input from NATO allies here in Brussels.
I had discussions with them about what they thought was important from their perspective.
The Putin summit comes in the wake of cyber attacks on U.S. infrastructure by criminals likely based in Russia. Putin laughed off the allegations in a recent interview.
Where is the evidence? Where is proof?
President Biden said he'll also confront Putin about his invasion of neighboring Ukraine.
Have any of the world leaders you've met with this week expressed concern that by meeting with President Putin this early in your presidency, that it'll look like you're rewarding him?
Every world leader here that's a member of NATO that spoke today, and most of them mentioned it, thanked me.
Another topic likely to come up: Russia's record on human rights, and particularly the fate of jailed opposition leader Alexei Navalny. Putin would not guarantee his critic will leave prison alive. And so I asked Mr. Biden
what it will mean for the U.S.-Russia relationship if Alexei Navalny were to die or be killed in prison.
It would do nothing but hurt his relationships with the rest of the world, in my view, and with me.
President Biden and the other NATO leaders also issued a tough new stance on China, saying the country's assertive behavior presents challenges to the rules-based international order. But it's Russian cyber hacking that worries many U.S. businesses.
They came up over and over again.
Commerce Secretary Gina Raimondo met with executives from about 20 companies here in Europe yesterday.
As the bad guys become more sophisticated, so do we need to become more sophisticated. And so it's really a call to action for the private sector to step up its game.
I asked Secretary Raimondo how expensive it is for companies to protect themselves. She said it's actually less expensive than dealing with the fallout from being hacked. But she acknowledged that no security system is foolproof, which is why President Biden is hoping to make some headway on this issue when he sits down with President Putin tomorrow. Tony?
And why it's so important. Nancy Cordes for us in Brussels. Nancy, thank you very much.